Questions?
Frank, this is the third game that you've allowed 120 points or more. At this point, what's the most frustrating or most troubling part of the defense at this point?
Well, it's not about point totals. We're playing an offensive style that's gonna put both teams into the hundreds. Okay, so it's not about the point total. We're not, we've slipped with our discipline. We haven't had a lot of practice time, and that's what happens when you don't have a lot of practice time. A lot of different areas, just covering for each other, weak side being in, defensive rebounding, pick and roll coverages. Tonight we try to do some different things because I think against this team you gotta do some different things, and we execute some of it well, some of it very poorly, and obviously our transition defense early was poor, and you give a guy like Clay a chance to get going, hit his first couple of shots, then everything goes in at that point. So yeah, we didn't play well enough to start the game.
Coach, at one point you guys trailed by 32, let a 22-0 run happen, and still came back and only lost by 8. What did you learn about your team tonight and how they fought in the fourth quarter to try to come back into the game?
We're not ever going to quit on a game. I didn't learn that about our guys. I know that about our guys. But we didn't play enough. Didn't even play well enough early.
Frank, you said you tried some different things defensively. Did that kind of go to hell after the 6-minute mark when the Warriors made their run?
Yeah, I mean, we went through an offensive drought at that point. They were still scoring. And a lot of those were breakdowns and the things we were trying to do was switching. And a lot of them were just pure transition defense getting back. This team can teach you a lot of lessons. And one of the lessons we learned early is when a team scores on you, run it back down at them. And they did that to us and punished us with it. So, that was certainly a detrimental run.
During that run, it seemed like there was a lot of miscommunication going on. There was a lot of backdoor lobs given up. What was going on that created such confusion? Was it just the new defense you guys were trying to run?
It wasn't a lot of confusion. Our guys knew what we're doing, and they put a lot of pressure on you. Okay, whatever coverage you throw at them, they're sharp with their counters. That's why they're 23-0.
Frank, you've seen some great teams since you've been in the NBA. Is that the best team you have seen so far?
It's tough to put in perspective, at this point, in this moment right after the game like that. But certainly in the conversation, certainly, I don't know if anyone's better. They're terrific. I mean, they're terrific in a lot of areas. The lob threats, the rim protection, the multiple strong defenders that can switch and disrupt most of your action, and just a flammable offense.
You talked before the game. You knew Curry was going to get his, but you wanted to slow down the other people. Never really happened, did it?
No, we let Clay get going on some switches and some cuts, and in particular in transition. And we knew that. We studied it. We watched tape on it, and prepared for it in practice, and we didn't get the job done.
You mentioned obviously the run backs that they did a lot, but in general was maybe the defensive the offensive problem contributing to the defense, because it seemed like you lost a lot of you maybe slipped some offensive discipline.
You have to score against this team, no question. If you're not scoring and they're rebounding and running, or they're forcing turnovers and running, you don't have a chance. So you can talk about the defense all you want, but you got to score efficiently to beat this team.
Were you getting the offense that you wanted, though?
No. I thought we started the game well. Then I thought their switch and deny defense disrupted a lot of stuff that we got, and I didn't like what we were getting for a long stretch there.